Welcome to the fifth lecture of AC fundamentals. So far we have seen purely resistive circuits, purely inductive circuits, purely capacitive circuits. Then we talked about RL series circuit. Today we are going to open up for RC series circuit. Okay. Now before I start with RC circuit, basically let me talk about power triangle. Okay. I suppose you remember we have talked about voltage triangle and impedance triangle in case of the RL series circuit. Now let me just talk about power triangle. Now what do you mean by power triangle? Basically is VI is a vector which is called as apparent power. This vector can be resolved into cos component as well as sine component. The cos component of this VI vector, that is apparent power, is what is called as active power, that is VI cos phi. Okay, and another component which is sine component is VI sin phi, and that is reactive power. Okay, now what is active power? Basically is the power which we can feel and it is metered. Okay, it is also is equal to I square R. Okay, so that is basically heat energy. Okay, so you can feel that power by that heat. Okay, so this is what is called as active power. That unit is watts. Okay, and another is what is called as VI sin phi. This power is actually never metered, but researchers are doing many studies over here as to how this also is to be metered. Okay, so this is reactive power, and reactive power's unit is volt ampere reactive. Okay, so VAR, V stands for volt, A stands for ampere, and R stands for reactive. Okay, and apparent power, this is VI, and unless and until specifically mentioned, we'll be always calculating active power, that is VI cos phi, or is equal to I square R. Okay, so just remember this power triangle. It is VI cos component, VI cos phi, that is active power, VI sin phi, that is reactive power. Okay, and VI, that is equal to apparent power. Okay, so that is in the apparent power is in volt amperes, reactive power is in volt amperes reactive, and true power is in VI cos phi, that means watts. Okay, yes, let us proceed for today's topic, that is RC series circuit. As I said, it cannot be a purely capacitive circuit, so it is RC series circuit. You can see a resistance connected in series, and the series combination is across source, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Okay, you can talk about this as the total voltage now will be equal to whatever is the drop across resistance and whatever is the drop across capacitance. Okay, so let us write drop across resistance as VR, as we had named it back in RL series also. VC as voltage across the capacitor, and let the total voltage V whatever is the supplied voltage across the circuit. Okay, so we can write voltage as equal to VR square plus VC square. Okay, and if I write VR as IR and VC as IXC, you can take that I common outside, and you will be getting R square plus XC square. Okay, if I take V by I is equal to Z, where Z is impedance, this can be written as V upon under root of R square plus X square. Okay, the current can be written as V upon R square plus X square, where Z can be written as under root of R square plus XC square. Now the same value when we dealt with RL series was under root of R square plus XL square, right? Cos phi remaining same, that is R by Z, and tan phi is equal to XC by R, which was XL by R in case of RL series circuit, if you remember. Okay, now where has this all come from? Again, I'll see that second half of this diagram. You can see again current is taken in as the reference phasor because we are talking about series circuit. Okay, so in case of series circuit, current will be taken as a reference phasor because it's a common quantity, isn't it? In the same phase you will be having VR, because that's a speciality of resistive voltage, that it is always in phase with the current. Okay, now with relation to the current, VC will be 90 degrees lagging in the anti-clockwise sense, or in other words, when the capacitive circuits we talk about, it is always current leading ahead by 90 degrees, isn't it? To show current is leading ahead in the anti-clockwise sense, if you remember, all the phases whenever lagging or leading is said, it is always in the anti-clockwise sense. Okay, so if current is to lead by 90 degrees in the anti-clockwise sense, you can see VC has to be in the negative y-axis, right? So VR and VC when added on rectangle, you can get this as the reference the resultant phasor. Okay, so the resultant phasor, now you can see this triangle OAB, it is VR minus JVC is equal to V is equal to IZ. Okay, why minus JVC? Because it is not in the same phase but it is drawn 90 degrees. Okay, minus J, minus stands for lagging, J stands for 90, and when I write minus 90, it signifies that the particular quantity is lagging by 90 degrees. Okay, so VR, VC and V, this can be written as IR, this can be written as IXC, and this is IZ. All I's if at all cancel, we get R, XC and Z. This is what is called as impedance triangle. Okay, cos phi is again equal to R by Z, or phi is equal to tan inverse of, now instead of XL by R as in case of RL series, here it will be tan inverse of XC by R. Okay, yes. Now let us proceed further. Again, if I talk about the phasor diagrams, see this is the current which is starting at t is equal to 0. After 90 degrees, it is voltage which is starting. Okay, now there is a mistake committed over here, is the voltage and currents are both shown with the same peaks. It is not the case. Always voltage will be having a higher peak than current, because when we talk about voltages like 230 volts, 300, 400, the current is like 4 ampere, 5 ampere, 6 ampere, 10 ampere. Okay, so magnitude of current will always be lesser than whatever magnitudes you will be showing in voltage. In case of phasor diagram, we electrical engineers say that the phases should be exactly transformed, but as it is, but it can have magnitudes proportional. Okay, so magnitudes can be shown proportional, but the phases should be exactly reflected. Okay, so that is how we draw phasor diagrams. Okay, so you can see over here current and voltage are having a phase difference of 90 degrees. Okay, yes. And just because current has started already before the voltage starts, the expression for current will be equal to I is equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. Okay, yes. Then it is power expression, again same as in case of RL series circuit, we can have the same derivation as the power will be equal to product of instantaneous values, so that will be Vm sin omega t into, it will be Im sin omega t plus phi. Okay, plus phi indicates that it's a leading circuit or it's a capacitive circuit. Okay, so with the same treatment, mathematical treatment, you will be getting the expression as power is equal to, it is the product of RMS values of voltage and current multiplied by cos of phi. Okay, it can also be said as I square R also. Okay, and then see this is I square R, and then you can see over here this is the power curve. You can see over here this line is actually the voltage, this line is actually the current, this is the voltage, and you can see when these two are positive, the peak is like this. Okay, now when this is going negative, you can see over here this is current going negative and this is voltage going negative. Over here you can see this is small peak for the power, and then this is again power like this. Okay, let us move ahead for the solved problems. The very first problem is a resistance connected in series with a capacitor is supplied at 125 volts 50 hertz. Current in the circuit is 2.2 amperes and power loss is 96.8 watts. Calculate the values of resistance and capacitance. Okay, what do you do over here is since the current and voltage both are given to you, you can find out Z. Okay, so Z comes out to be 56.8182. Then power is also given to you as 96.8. Okay, so 96.8 is equal to Vi cos phi. You know the values of V and I, so you can find out the value of cos phi. Okay, it has to be written leading over here because we are talking about capacitive circuits. In case of capacitive circuits, the power factor will always be leading one. Okay, so you have to write, whenever you write a cos phi, you'll have to write along with it as leading. If you write just 0.352, it has got no meaning. Okay, so it has to be written over here as leading. Okay, then you can substitute cos phi is equal to R by Z, so R will be equal to Z cos phi, and you can find out the value of R as 20 ohm. Okay, now knowing the value of Z and knowing the value of R, you can find out X as Z is equal to under root of R square plus X square. Okay, so you can find out the value of Xc. Okay, majority of people make a mistake over here is they stop over here. No, you are asked the value of capacitor. Okay, see, calculate the values of resistance and capacitance. Okay, so you don't have to stop over here when you calculate the capacitive reactance. You'll have to equate it to 1 upon 2 pi fc and then calculate the value of C as 18.3776 microfarad. Okay, yes, the second numerical, a heater using purely resistive heating element takes a current of 10 ampere at 125 volts. So you can find out the value of R from here, calculate the value of capacitor to be connected in series with it so that the same current will be supplied from 230 volts 50 hertz supply. Also calculate power factor of the new circuit. Okay, now the very first thing you will be doing over here is V is equal to VR square plus VC square. Okay, so VC will be equal to VR square, V square minus VR square. Okay, then VC should be equated to IXC and you can get the value of XC. Knowing the value of XC, you can find out C's value, then cos phi equated to power factor equal to R by Z. You can get the value of the power factor. Of course, you have to write leading after this. Okay, so that signifies that you're talking about a capacitive circuit, isn't it? There are few problems for your practice. Do solve it. Okay, you can see those problems. The answers are also given over there, so you can tally them. Okay, so please try this so that the things will be clear in your mind. Okay, that is it for now. Let us see in the next lecture what is RLC series circuit. Okay, thanks for watching.